Welcome back to Relationship Status. It's your girl, Neat Cruz.
It's G.
And CL Butler.
And your boy, Yusuf in the building. And you can find us on all podcast platforms. Just search Relationship Status Podcast. We're here with another week. It's the week after.
Valentine's Day.
It's the day after.
Mm-hmm.
It's the day after?
The day after Valentine's Day. So, how was your Valentine's Day there, Neek?
I ain't had no Valentine. I'm single. Hell,
That
what was
doesn't
I
mean-
supposed to do?
That doesn't mean you didn't
I
have
had
a
a
good Valentine's.
normal week.
That does not mean you didn't have a good Valentine.
A normal weekend.
Normal weekend?
Yep.
All right. Well, how was last week, though?
It was great.
It was great?
Yeah, it was great. It was awesome. I did a pop-up shop with my friend, and to see her in her own element, selling her drinks and, you know, really profiting off of her, how can I put it? Just in her own element, doing what she does and what she loves to do, made me happy for her. And I was happy I was able to help her.
Okay, that's cool.
So she had a good Valentine's Day.
CL.
Oh, there's another lady here.
Okay, I'm sorry, Miss G.
Oh.
Wow.
Ladies first.
I was trying to
Ladies first.
just like mix it up.
Yeah, you
Don't-
know how CL can be.
Chivalry is not dead.
Okay. So, Miss
right.
G,
Yes.
was first question was, how was your Valentine's?
You know, I did what I did.
Oh, well, that's good.
You know, and I make it do what it do.
Oh, really?
I would make it do.
I had a
what it do.
few. I mean, I don't have a Valentine specifically.
Oh, I thought maybe you was on that love train.
That just went by?
Yeah, the love train.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The love train? Okay.
Yeah. That was, it was a good week.
Okay, it was a good week. What'd you
Yeah.
get done? Anything positive plus anything?
Oh, my show.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, the
coming.
weekly wind down.
Okay.
You should be able to find it.
Soon.
Yeah.
Soon.
Looking forward to it.
What wine did y'all drink?
We started with sparkling wine, a Moscato kind of deal, but it was okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to be doing like wines that people can go find,
All right.
you know, so that way,
Oh, so you're not going to get into exotic wine.
not exotic wines. I want them to be able to find everything. So I'll, put the deets out there. We're going to go red next time.
Oh, so were you drinking alone?
No, with my co-host.
Well, how does everybody know you have a co-host?
Oh yeah, we have
Yeah.
a show. Okay,
Wow.
yeah, we're getting
Wow.
geeked with Key and G.
Okay.
I'm G of the group.
Okay, Bobby Brown. Okay.
Yeah, so the weekly wind down. So it's been a pretty exciting week.
Good.
Valentine's Day was just like the cherry on top.
Good.
Oh, okay.
Glad to hear that.
Yeah.
You always got to have a cherry on top.
Do you?
Not if you're a man.
Not if you're a man.
I was gonna say, so you do, huh?
No, I don't do that or whipped cream.
Well,
Okay.
I do neither of the two.
No cherry, no whipped cream.
No.
syrup.
No. Syrup? No.
A little caramel.
No.
What about chocolate magic shell?
Okay, I got a better question. I got a better question. CL,
You think because we are going to move on.
how was your Valentine's?
My Valentine's Day was great.
Man,
But that was dry.
Man, a few words.
Well, I mean, I don't want to show off. 'Cause,
Oh, okay. You don't make nobody jealous.
Not
Please.
jealous. I would never. You should never be jealous of me.
I am kind of already.
No. Before I was me, I was you. You know?
No.
Oh,
There you go.
before I was me, I was you.
Yeah,
I love
I'm
it.
just a common guy. You know?
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just. So we just have to make the most of the days we have
That's right.
and enjoy them as they come. And happy belated Valentine's too.
Thank you.
All the Valentimers out there,
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah.
How was your Valentine's Day?
I don't believe in such pagan holidays.
Oh,
Wow.
great. I always find
He ain't
it.
had no Valentine.
Got stood up. Like what happened?
I mean,
Nah, I didn't
Don't
do
even
it.
believe
He didn't want to
it.
buy. He didn't want to buy somebody something.
No,
Wow.
didn't have any Valentines. Didn't have a Valentine. Didn't.
but can't the man decide if he wants a Valentine?
That's usually how it goes.
Yes, so you can find
Are
a
you
Valentine.
sure?
Yeah, because I got asked. I just didn't want to go nowhere.
So he didn't decide. You decided.
Well, yeah, I decided I didn't want to go, but
That's
he
what I'm
decided he
saying. But I
wanted
feel
to
like
ask.
how hard. I mean, if you just didn't want a Valentine, because I'm sure.
Well, men don't want meaningless Valentines. Everybody knows that about men.
Do they?
Yes, men don't want meaningless Valentines at all.
Okay. I mean, some men like the love.
They just.
They want to do the big bear. and
No,
all
I
that.
mean, no.
The roses.
I want y'all to treat these men better. These men are trying to do the right thing, and you women keep playing these games.
You women.
Women, you a woman.
My floral count has not been high this year.
Okay.
The floral count.
I'm disappointed.
You're disappointed?
Maybe
Yeah, the
due
fact
to the
that
pandemic.
it was this Sunday.
You got to go put pressure
I
on
need,
them.
and well, you know, I
You have
got
to.
flowers, of course, but you know,
Of course.
That's what I'm saying.
course. I got flowers. You know that.
I mean, there's just so many ways to get flowers. There's like
Okay.
1-800-Flowers. You can call. You can get all kind of things. But I'm just saying, this year I was kind of low.
Oh, wow.
You was low in that department?
Yeah, I only got like, if you count them, it just wasn't enough. I
Just
mean, it's
wasn't
cool.
enough. So what's a feasible number for you?
Well, I like to have 2 things at school.
2 at school.
And it's all from the same person or
No.
just different?
Well, it just depends.
Whoa, Nia, we don't.
I was just
No,
asking.
work. You want your work flowers.
But we talking about the same person. No snitch.
Oh, potentially.
Oh, okay.
You would
Yeah,
like
yeah.
for it to be.
So he has to buy 2 sets of flowers for your job.
Well,
So it's
no.
like a big bouquet and a little bouquet, or 2 littles.
No, my daddy's girl.
So that's 3.
So we're
My
going
dad-
back to the daddy's girl.
My daddy is going to get me flowers. My brother is going to get flowers.
So you gonna have 4 at school because he
So-
needs to send 2.
I need 2 plus 2. That's 4. And this year I didn't do that.
Oh, man.
I think it's a pandemic. You're right.
Yeah.
It slowed me down.
So the gentleman in your life
Yes.
needs to collaborate with your daddy and your brother to make sure these flowers
Aren't the same. They got to come.
They got to talk to each other.
No.
This is a team effort.
No, you just don't want them to be the same flowers.
Okay.
Gifted flowers are different. You know, you got your red roses. You got your like friend roses, so your friend can get you something. Then you might get like daisies
Okay.
or like tulips.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Either way,
Okay.
that's what I'm just saying.
Her count was down this
It was
year.
that count was down
Okay. Well,
That's all.
Okay.
well, next year they're gonna get that count up.
Monday,
Okay.
Tuesday or something.
Okay. Wow.
She said Monday.
Some get back.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be different. Now I don't need work flowers.
Okay.
Okay.
Understandable.
Now you don't need them.
You because it was a Sunday, it was awkward. I shouldn't be like walking into work with flowers.
No, you have to send them earlier in the week.
You got to send them.
That-
Remember we
yeah,
said last
yeah.
episode we said they got to send them Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Usually Thursday
folks
because Friday
get
didn't
the
work.
memo. Didn't get the memo this year.
Oh, people didn't get the memo.
Disappointed.
Okay.
Disappointed.
People got to do better.
Yeah, I know. You just got to do better. That's all the way around. Other than that, my week was all right.
Just all right.
Just all right.
That was good. Had a good week. It was regular
Just a
week,
regular.
regular degler. You know?
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Productive.
Usually I come in here with a story. No stories today. Well, today we're going to be talking about our Dear Neek letter. And it is brought to you by the people over at Unfiltered. Go ahead and visit www.unfilteredforever.com. And they're also doing a hoodie giveaway for the month of February. Every month of February, all you have to do is follow at unfiltered_forever on Instagram, like the post, and tag somebody to the post. And you'll be put in the running for a free hoodie that will be given away each Friday in February. Make sure you go and visit unfilteredforever.com. Neek.
Yeah, let's get into the Dear Neek letter. Dear Neek, I have been talking to a guy for a few weeks that I met through a mutual friend we share that thought we would be a good match. He was really nice, had great conversation, and seemed really promising. After talking a while, he asked me out on a date, and of course I accepted. We were texting while I was getting ready for the date, saying how we were both equally excited. Our communication was steady up until I told him I was heading out the door. He stopped responding. I didn't want to assume, so I called him. And again, no response. He texted me back around 1 a.m. saying, I'll call you tomorrow to explain everything. He calls around 7 a.m. saying he was sorry, but he thinks we are moving too fast. I asked for more in-depth explanation. He said, "You are too sexy from the pictures I have seen for me to just want to have dinner with you. I'm going to want more, and I know you're not going to be ready for that. I think we need to wait until we are comfortable with one another before we go out with each other. Is this what dating has come to? Do I have to be willing to have sex in order to go on a first date?" Signed, Confused.
All right, who wants to start? Where are we going with first? Who's this confused person needs some guidance?
Well, first of all, thank you, Miss Confused.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks for the
Yes,
letter.
Thank you. Thank you for the letter. Where are we going to start?
This
'Cause I
guy is
don't-
trash.
He's trash.
Trash.
Okay. Okay.
I mean,
Why?
because he's misleading, and I feel like there's more to the story. And she may not have shared it.
Yeah.
And she may know that he may have something else going on.
Okay.
But I do know that if you're going to go on a date with somebody and you're texting, you don't just up and stop texting unless you get in a car accident or you know,
Die.
yeah, there's just no excuse for that.
You die?
And he doesn't respond until what?
1 a.m.
1 a.m.
Now, in that case, he's wrong for the way he went about communicating.
But my thing is, if you don't want to go on a date, just don't.
Maybe something came up. Maybe.
No.
I don't know what what it is. Maybe he sometimes.
I don't think he was being upfront.
Well, maybe he was and maybe he wasn't. And my maybe is based upon men change their mind or get cold feet
That
sometimes.
quick?
All the time.
You
I
got
see him getting cold feet while they're on the date.
And so he may have been a little intimidated by her.
maybe she was talking about things that were too serious.
Well, maybe. First of all,
But if they're texting on the way to the date,
stop texting. That's the first thing. That's his first mistake. This is gonna go awry because you texting. You're a grown man texting.
Oh,
Well, that's the way you just. I mean,
No,
I text.
that's the way people have changed it to.
I agree.
There's still some form of talking that needs to be had.
I agree with that.
And if he was having cold feet,
Mm-hmm.
stop texting, call her, and just
Yeah.
be forthright and honest and say maybe this isn't the best time for me.
Yeah, be forthright.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, that's why I said he wasn't being
texting makes it
upfront.
more confusing.
Well, him having to explain it to her and was like, "I'll explain it to you
In the morning.
in the morning," and the explanation has to do with,
the way she looks.
yeah,
Well, that's
he can't
typical of the
have
way
sex.
a man texts. When a man texts, he usually has those kind of thoughts.
but yeah,
But he
just
should
text
have told her
He
that
could have
night.
texted that at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
In the morning,
Yeah, just been like,
He
you
could
know,
have texted that when he was supposed to be out on a date with her.
yeah, just been like, yeah, I'm just trying to. I mean, even if I'm just really trying to be with you in that way. I'm going to want to have
and
sex,
what? At
and
no
you don't
point
want to
in
have
this-
sex. And
At no point in
I ain't
this
feeling
letter,
it.
he said he wanted to have sex with her.
He said she
Yes.
was too sexy.
And he
Too-
knows
if
that
he-
she's
Being
not going to
too
be ready
sexy
for
does
that.
not constitute me wanting to have sex with you.
no, he said if we were to go out, that's what I would want to do, and I know you're
Well,
not
he
ready
didn't
to
say
go there.
sex. He said more. Or am I misreading the letter?
You know
Yeah.
what he meant.
I don't know what he.
And he
I don't
said,
even know
I know
what.
you're not ready for that.
So it must have come up. My thing is, I feel like it came up in the text, like when they were texting going out on the date.
Maybe, but we don't
and
have
she was,
proof.
and she
Yeah.
was just
We
like,
don't have proof.
"Oh, I'm looking forward to getting to know you." Blah blah blah. And he was like, "What?"
There's some foreshadowing here, y'all.
But
are
then
doing.
you're right. Because he said, I know you're not ready for that. And I think we're moving too fast.
Okay, so if a man who wanted to have sex wouldn't say, I don't think we're moving too fast. He said more.
Yeah, he wanted more.
He wants
Maybe
more.
he wanted to fall in love.
He does not.
How do you know this man doesn't want to fall
If
in
you,
love?
if you want to fall in love, then you text people back.
I don't even know you yet. I can't text you I love you
You
yet.
can't text at 1 o'clock in the morning after you've gone out on the date with somebody else.
He fell asleep.
No, he just decided he wanted to go
He
with
works
somebody.
third shift.
He got finished with the other girl and then decided, or his wife or whomever. And
Oh, his wife.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
probably
she went
married.
Why
Really?
can't women be more trusting?
Because y'all not trustworthy.
Experience
Wait,
has
hold on.
proven otherwise.
Okay.
But isn't that a personal thing? Isn't that your personal
it
experience?
sounds like the
Yeah, it
woman's
is.
hang up, not
Yeah,
the man's.
it's not the
'Cause he
man- it's
clearly
not his
said he
fault.
just wanted more.
He said he knows she's so sexy from the pictures.
Yes,
He
you can
knows
be
he's-
so sexy.
He knows he's gonna want more, and she's not
more
ready.
Yeah.
love, more time, more understanding, not more
That
sex.
did come off real sexual.
It did not.
It did.
At 1 o'clock in the morning, it's
Yeah.
sexual.
But she didn't say he texted her that at 1:00 in the morning. He
No.
texted her and told her, I'm explaining
The
to
next
you
morning.
tomorrow.
But the explanation is
But that was the next morning, though.
What the
I will say that.
explanation?
I will say that.
the explanation.
He could have just texted her that night and told her and just been done with it.
Now here's the thing.
Told her what?
In a few
Okay.
in a
Tell
few
her
things,
I don't want to go out with you.
Maybe,
a few
okay.
things, I kind of in between both of y'all, in between both points. Okay, one is he shouldn't have texted anything. If anything, he should have called her.
Should've
Yeah.
called her.
He should have called. Actually, he should have called her when he wasn't coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first thing. Like, don't, because if she's ready, if you're texting all the way up until it's time to walk out
You
the door,
know she's getting ready.
and apparently you knew that she was about to leave. He should have just called her at that moment, but he didn't. He did text her at 1. I do believe that he should have called her.
Yeah.
And if he did not get her on the phone, then he texts her, hey, whatever, I'll explain to you in the morning. Then in the morning, it didn't need to be a text. He needed to call her again. And I just think calling would
If
have told.
that goes into what CL's saying,
If
that
they-
he wanted more love, which
He wanted more love.
I mean, but if he called, but
he wanted to talk.
on the flip side of that,
Negative.
This
He
what
wanted to
catches
talk
me in
to a different
between.
type of lip.
This is what got me in between.
Wow.
If that's what you want is more, then you would have made all those steps. He would have made all those steps to say, hey, look, this is what I want. I'm pretty certain you're not ready to go there. So I think we need to take a step back.
and I think that he did that because he wants to keep her on the team
Oh, no, she got to stay on the team.
instead of her
The
just.
team,
The
Oh, he's got a
team,
roster.
He has it.
you all are painting a poor picture of this young man.
He has a CL.
He was a little confused about love. A little confused. He was in between. He didn't know if I want her, but she too much for me right now.
But-
I can't afford that.
See,
What's up?
Go ahead.
very rarely. I think it's only happened maybe once on this show.
What's that?
Do me and you disagree?
We could.
That man.
How do you know he has a roster?
That
What
man has a roster.
indication?
That's where he was from 7 whatever
7 to
to
1 a.m.
a.m.
Okay, first of all,
Well, maybe in my former life, I
a
was
lot of
trash, 'cause
times
goddamn.
women project on men
Oh,
that we're
wow.
sometimes we just at the house with our shoes off.
And you don't want to put him back on?
And you don't want to call.
And you just chilling, like you
Nah,
just had a
see,
long
man,
day. You got caught up. You have to give him the benefit of the doubt because you don't know.
I
him.
don't know,
You just
but it
sitting there
just
twiddling
seems
your little.
What seems about this that he has another woman?
Okay,
because he can go have sex with that other woman and this particular woman.
I
Well,
could
it
have
doesn't
sex-
state it doesn't really state that he has another woman. We're just kind of putting
Yeah.
those
Speculation.
in place.
Yeah, women
Yeah.
speculate.
Well, let me say this.
Okay.
This is not a speculation.
Okay.
I'm going to speak from experience.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, your personal?
My personal
Okay,
experience.
the personal diary of Yusef.
in my former life, in which I was trash, or making trash actions, this is something that I probably would have done.
Really?
Wow.
But it wouldn't have been year 2, whatever. It would have been.
You say year 2?
I said it wouldn't have been that you are too.
Oh, I
that
thought
you
you
are
said
too
year 2.
sexy, or this,
Okay.
or that I felt like it was going to be more. It'd
That's
probably
a
be more
sorry
like
excuse.
my grandma died, or
Oh, are you
and
serious?
something-
you
Wow.
would kill your grandma?
You are that
over
much?
this?
Man, do you understand?
Trash?
Do you understand how many people I have killed off in my life? Like, I've killed off a lot of people.
Wow.
To
Were they already dead though?
This is
no.
recorded.
Oh, you
A lot
don't
of
kill
times.
a lot.
Yeah, you don't kill a live
people.
person.
You just
Like I
kill
said,
people who are already
like
dead.
I said back in my trash days,
Yikes.
You a complete trash.
there's no doubt about that.
Wow.
But does
I'm
that
glad
even
you're a
mean
new
you have
person.
other women though?
Oh no, yeah, it was. That was the sole purpose.
So you think this person just double booked?
I think what I think happened, because this is what this experience, this particular thing has happened to, not the whole courting and all of that via phone or whatever, but I was talking to two women. One was a definitive, one was a possible.
I thought you was gonna say derivative.
No,
I said, wow.
I had,
Okay.
had one in a possible.
One in a possible.
And you got one in a possible, the possible you can't count. So you just go with the one.
Why
And
would
so
why
what
would you
happened is,
schedule them 2 different nights?
no, the one came through and it was just like,
So you had 2 booked.
it wasn't so
You
much
weren't-
two
weren't
books.
sure.
Wasn't sure.
One came through late. The one that was the definite called a little bit later than the one that I set up with. And I was just kind of like, I could possibly spend this money and get none, or I can spend this money and get some.
Or not spend any money and get some.
Or not spend any money and get some.
I
And
mean, that makes
I
sense.
went with that instead of the. So
Wow.
that's why I say I have been in this man's shoes
So you're basing this letter off what you would have done.
off of not
What he used to do.
What I have
Would have done. Would? Isn't
in,
it? Would?
no.
Gosh.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, a long time ago.
Did.
Okay.
What he did.
What he
Past
did.
What
do.
I have done.
So you come to this conclusion based upon what you
My
have
experience,
done.
which is what I think that the women here are doing off their experience.
Yeah.
Are you? Is that y'all experience when a guy's done this?
Well,
not necessarily-
it happened to me like this.
There's some, not like this necessarily, but typically, in my experience, there is a backup plan. And I know from my personal experience, I typically, I would have another person, like, potentially
On deck.
The date?
Yeah.
That night? The same
Yeah.
night?
It just
On
depends
deck.
on what's going
Okay,
on.
I'm all dressed. My makeup is done. Once my makeup is done, that's it. I'm going out. Somebody's going to see me.
Well, and then in some cases, you kind of find out your place on the roster.
Is that what this person is doing?
sometimes you kind of.
I think
First,
she
let's
realized.
go back though. Let's go back. Is she even on the roster yet? Because this is
There
the
is
first
no roster.
date.
She's the only one in his eye.
Oh my
There's no
god!
roster.
So where was he? Where was he?
But this was his first
He's
date.
confused.
He was home thinking, I met this wonderful woman.
Yes.
I'm a little intimidated by her sexiness,
Okay.
but I don't want her sexiness to overcome me and make me try to pursue having sex with her. So I'm going to cancel tonight, and then I'm going to talk to her in the morning about how we going to move forward.
Okay, now see, I would
can
agree
go
with
with
you.
that.
No, I would agree with you.
How you gonna tell me no?
I would agree
you
with
didn't
you.
even know what I was gonna say.
I know. I would agree with you.
God.
I didn't know what the hell I was gonna say.
Okay.
I would agree with you.
Okay.
If in fact he did that, went before 1 o'clock.
What is he? He
If
could have just
would've-
woke up.
If he would have said that before 1 o'clock.
What did he take? Some medicine?
What he took? A melatonin? It's what people are feeding.
Probably-
Since you told me no, I'm gonna be quiet.
He probably had a Truly, a couple of them.
And that'll get you going.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is, because you're right, he may want sex, but want to step back because he may feel like he may be pressuring. Brother, I can't even talk tonight. Damn.
Wow.
She's saying pressuring.
Pressuring her.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to do that, so therefore he kind of stepped back and was like, okay, I'm not ready to go out with you. And his words may just be a little bit off of how he said, and he probably didn't want to upset her or fuss and argue with her, so he didn't call her that evening. And he probably trying to get his thoughts together.
Can't
of what
you
he was
cancel
gonna
without
tell her.
being fussing?
I just
That's
Well, don't women stand men up all the time?
not at the last minute.
Yeah.
I mean, women
You
do.
can't.
Women do. I
Especially
think
he knows
women do
she's
it more often
dressed.
than men.
He probably could. He was probably too coward to call her and talk to her right then and
Right,
there.
and then just say, you know what, you're talking about a date, and I don't really want to spend this money. I'm trying to get a short deal based off your pictures.
A sure deal.
Well,
I'm
now-
just saying.
well,
And
A love
I'm
connection.
I'm giving
Is that
him
what you
zero
said? A love
credit.
connection.
or he might have.
Sure.
you're really giving him no credit.
When
at
she-
all.
But his thing, when she was texting, he might have already been in the throes of passion at that point.
It could have been, or he knows the other people that she may have been with, and he said,
I'm out.
he said she tried to make me take her on a date, and I mean, I didn't know I had to do all that.
Well, he asked.
That is a point.
I'm just saying, it changes the game a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
Because when he's saying like, let's slow down, to what?
Well, maybe just to
regroup.
conversation, to regroup and find out a little bit more about each other, and then go to that
But my
first
thing
date.
is, don't you want to see if you're being catfished? Because he said,
Well, they were
he said
met
it's
by a
based on
mutual friend.
Yeah, but then he said it's your pictures make me want to think I'm going to want to have sex with you.
So he just looked at her Instagram.
Perhaps, I mean,
Or could have went through the little pictures that she sent him, depending on how long they've been talking and what kind of pictures she sent.
right? Well, I don't know. I want to give the guy credit, but I didn't know.
I give him all the credit.
You give him all the
Of course you
credit.
do,
All the
CL.
credit. Like I see no wrong here. Like I mean, other than not being a stand-up guy, canceling. Maybe he should have called and apologized. But isn't telling her she too sexy kind of a compliment?
No.
Like, you too sexy.
No.
You too sexy for me.
so
I don't know-
weird.
I don't know what to do.
That
with
is very
What?
weird.
Oh, you're too sexy for me.
Yeah. Well, if you looking in a woman's eyes and she tell her, she gonna be like, "Who, man?" Like,
That's
he wasn't
different.
looking her in the
He
eyes.
wasn't- that. Thank you. I agree
or don't
with that.
don't text.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think you could text that.
So that just comes off.
But we're
as,
telling people not to text. They're going to text.
texting
No,
is cool.
I tell
I'm cool
men
with texting.
not to text.
But they're going to.
I send loaded text messages all the time.
Well, that's more of a woman's game.
But and not even long, just loaded.
Well, they could be loaded, but the perception is when a man texts, and and let's say he always texts, right? And then he doesn't text in a moment he can talk. Now he's cowardly. And he can't come. He can't keep coming back from these moments.
I agree.
Yeah.
There's a balance.
So
in
you
that.
have to mix it up a little bit and
Yeah.
text non-important things.
I agree with you today because of that.
Okay.
Well, I'm
Thank
saying
you.
this.
And then everything else is a no.
The reason I don't text as much is because of Sierra.
You shouldn't.
Really?
Shouldn't.
That's the reason I don't text as much anymore.
So you just call.
Yeah, with important stuff, yeah.
What about
Especially
non-important?
changes.
Non-important things, you text that.
Like what you want from Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, you can text
or
that.
wherever we going, or do you want to go Texas Roadhouse or steak? I mean, I don't know. Something like that is simple.
Yeah, but when you like important stuff like this situation,
I'm
here,
going to be late. I think you call,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I agree.
especially if it's any significant amount of time. You're going to be late,
Okay. that
and
makes
women
sense.
appreciate that, even though they say they don't care. They
It
really
is.
do.
It does make a difference.
Yeah,
Because y'all are liars.
Well, I think the phone call is more personal.
Whoa. You went straight down there.
I just tried to add it. I went too far. I'm sorry.
Was that too far?
Oh, yeah.
Way too far.
I don't know.
That was an unwarranted liars.
Was that an unwarranted?
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all liars.
Unsolicited one?
Totally
Yeah.
unsolicited. Yeah.
Okay, well,
You just
that's
had to
cool.
throw that
I
out
was on
there.
a roll, so I just threw it in there. I
Sometimes you just need to stop.
I would like to withdraw my last statement.
You going to withdraw that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they're not that much of a liar to me.
I
You're
don't know
gonna
if that could
save
be.
it for something else.
Yes, yes.
I don't know if
it
it
will
could
be
be.
back
It'll be stricken from the record for this one,
for this one, but it's recurring.
but it's recurring.
Yes.
it's a
Wow.
recurring theme that
Yes.
we will revisit.
Because sometimes women have a numbering system or scale system that men are totally unaware of, and it varies from woman to woman. And she's counting things against you.
I love how he knows so much about women.
I do. I've dated,
So you mean
and
You grew up with a lot of women.
grew up with. I talk to women.
you do?
So
And you listen.
I understand, even if it's a woman that I'm interested in or a woman at a grocery store,
Yeah.
I understand there's a counter y'all are keeping.
So you're saying there's something that will take you over the edge.
Oh yeah, you get
breaking
points and
point.
deductions.
Okay.
And you get
Bonus
one,
points.
You get 1 point for something. When you have another action, you can lose 5 points.
Yeah,
you
and,
can.
and now you in the hole.
Yeah, now you in the hole.
Okay, I agree with that. It's like playing
see there?
Candyland.
Yes.
Like playing Candyland.
You got to slide back down there.
Like, oh, he opened the door for me, but his pants too tight.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
a reference?
I don't know. I haven't played it in a while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I know
But
you
I mean, I think
slide
I might
up and
start
down the
using
ladder.
that.
Yeah, you go. Yeah, you can
That's
go
a
back
good
a couple
reference.
spaces.
Good
I might
reference.
start using it.
Good reference.
Or is trouble one? No, let's not. Let's
Oh,
get out.
yeah,
Let's stay out
I
of
know.
that. Let's-
Trouble is just so loud.
Click, click,
Is that the
click.
ball in the glass thing?
Yeah.
You did it?
Somebody bought my kids that for Christmas. I threw it out
Did you?
the very next day.
Why?
Kids still play
Trash.
trouble?
In the trash.
Oh my god!
I bought Trouble.
Did you?
Yeah, they had them all on
seen it.
sale one day, but
Yeah.
I just bought them in case we have like game night.
Man,
Random.
I
that's
do.
all you
With my,
can
I play with my kids.
Okay.
That and I'm sorry.
Sorry. Okay.
We're off on a tangent.
Yeah, yeah.
Let us figure out what I know we had some comments on social media. Let's see what our people thought.
What our people thought?
Our people.
Oh, we call them that. Our people.
The relationships,
tribe.
the relationship status onions.
Oh.
Onion? We're going to work on that onion.
Yeah, we really
I
are.
didn't know. Onion. What is that?
It's our tribe, man. That's our
Okay.
tribe.
He was coming up with something.
I was
He
on the
was.
fly,
He
and
was.
I'm usually not good on my feet unless I'm coaching.
Okay.
All right, so I'll go with Sarah Beck, which is our top fan. Was our top fan, Sarah Beck. Even if you take him at total face value, how disrespectful. To waste your time like that would be too much for me. Also, I'm supposed to believe that anytime he sees a woman he's too attracted to, he just can't function and must sleep with her immediately? That sounds like a little rapey to me.
Ooh, rapey.
Thank you, Sarah.
Rapey.
Thanks, Sarah, for your comment.
Yeah.
Thank you for your comment, Sarah. But that man didn't say that.
It's implied
Yeah, you're too
based
sexy.
on the information, as you would say, based on the information that we have.
Things
Too
can be
sexy?
implied. I have no
Too
problem
sexy?
with the implication of an implyment or something.
Of an implication.
An implication, okay.
You're too sexy for me to go out with. I'm gonna want to rub and touch all over
But you can't act as if I did something
If I did,
just
okay.
because it's an implication. I could
Got you.
I could implicate I want to have sex with you, but I did not ask to have sex with you. So
But
you
he
can't
said
treat
he's
me
gonna
like I
want
wanted to
to.
have sex with you. You don't know what I want.
He said that he's going to want to, and that she's
No,
not
he
going
didn't
to be
say
ready.
He's gonna want more.
He said more. He
Okay,
didn't say
you're right.
sex.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
See, y'all adding words. Sex and more are two different words. I am
You know what?
certain of
Men
this.
like to play with words. I'm
We don't
noticing.
know.
You like to play around with it. You
Didn't
don't like
men
to say
come up with the
certain
English
things,
language?
certain things they won't say, just
William
so if
Shakespeare.
it ever comes up again, they can
Yes.
say, "Well, I didn't say that."
That's not exactly what I said.
Well, that
what I
is
said
not
was
what he
this.
said.
I meant that, but I can change it now because I didn't say that actual word.
No, see, you being confusing now. That's somebody who's playing a game. This man
Yeah.
did not say sex. He said more. More can be anything.
And he's probably technically he is.
He
Playing
could
the
say,
game.
"I just want more time with you. Figure out who you are."
And figure out what is going to make you want
Well,
more
his
too.
little,
And what's gonna make you want more?
But
what's gonna get him up.
okay, listen, listen.
You're right. We are going there.
With this letter, I did some research, some reconnaissance work on my own,
Okay.
and 73.9% of women
Oh.
that I surveyed are the ones who initiate sex. The man just be trying to chill.
He don't-
It's in his mind, but it ain't in his heart. It be in a woman's heart.
Yeah.
And when a woman want to give you some, and it's the right time,
Yeah.
you only 3% of men can resist.
Just yeah.
So you
no,
have to-
actually, see, no, it's 2.7.
Yeah, you're right.
It's 2.7.
I didn't do the math.
Yeah, it's 2.7.
I was about to say something really bad.
Yeah, but men really be trying to chill out and understand who you are as a
I
person.
hate y'all.
And next thing you know, somebody thigh on you, and you're like, "Ma'am,
Excuse me.
excuse me, I will partake, but I did not. I did not ask it. I did not.
I didn't cometh here for,
Yes, I
for
did
said
not.
things.
I
Wow.
look forward to hear more of your scientific.
Yeah,
Studies.
yeah, a lot of research.
Yeah, a lot of research goes into that.
A lot of research. A lot of research.
I mean,
So women initiate sex first.
They do.
In
They
the
do.
majority
especially
of-
when the man don't want it. He initiated when he wants it.
let's go with this. Maybe they did start having that conversation about sex,
Mm-hmm.
and she probably, started it.
She prepositioned him.
Yep.
He was like, "You too sexy for me, mom."
And he felt the pressure of her. Like he probably see pictures of her and the conversations of what she likes and what she wants to do when she gets there. And he probably was like, "You know what? I can't handle this. I'm gonna want to have sex with you." And
He
I
did
know that's
not
not
say
what.
that. He
No,
said
no.
more.
Listen. He's in his head. He's probably like, "Nah, I want
you
to."
know him?
No.
Oh.
He's probably. I mean, because I'm not saying in a bad way. He's probably sitting here saying, "Okay, right now we need to learn a little bit more about each other."
He would
Off
say
of
that.
sex,
No,
off
no,
of
no,
off
he
of off of sex. Let's leave sex out of it,
Mm-hmm.
and just get to know each other instead of, going out and we just had this sex conversation and I didn't see pictures of you. It's gonna be a different type of date.
Okay, Nick. That's a thought, but I don't agree.
Did we-
That's a thought.
did we hear from a man that commented?
No.
No.
What's this? Oh, that's a woman.
So
I feel like I saw a man.
you
on
did
there.
not.
Yes, he did.
Yes, you know the difference.
Yes, he's so disrespectful.
Pictures are small. Pictures are small.
You're so disrespectful.
small.
How am I disrespectful? I
Like,
was
yeah. Oh no, that's a woman.
okay. Wayne Brown. Wayne Brown. Honesty from the start is the best policy. Never play with folks' emotions.
What emotions were played with? I canceled a date, and I said I wanted more from you. That's the only 2 infractions this man has in his letter.
I like Magic City Mano.
Okay,
Okay.
Magic, come through Magic City.
He said dog couldn't shake the woman he's entertaining the most. Had to play dead real quick. And that's what
Yeah, I
happened.
see why you like that statement. Fits your
And
narrative.
Yeah, he had
That's
to play
what
dead.
Yes.
That's what happened.
Oh,
Sorry. That's just
That's
what I
what
feel.
and she's sticking to that. That happened.
I mean,
He was with
he
someone
did
else.
he did something else, which happens.
He could have been with his friends,
yeah.
Could have been.
He
He
could
could-
but still, he stood her up.
He was wrong for that.
So does he get to stay on your roster, Neek?
Hell no,
Okay.
No.
no. For
One
what?
infraction gets you off the roster.
Okay, that's a major
yeah.
infraction.
Get you put out the group chat.
How is that a major infraction for canceling
Quick.
a date?
Get you put out the group chat.
How?
Oh, I'm just saying. That's what she said.
How?
I didn't say
I don't think you can.
It always goes back to
You can't really recover from that unless something spectacular happens next.
If you're a spectacular man,
Well,
nothing
like
to
you said,
recover
so you get
from.
points. So he was
Yeah.
already
the
at
first
0.
date,
though.
and he's already messing up. Okay,
Okay.
it's easy to walk away.
So if
think
he
so,
sends
too.
flowers to your job the next day and say, "I really sincerely apologize,"
Trash.
Not that you have to call me or I have to call you, but I thought this was a good.
That's a nice way to end it.
See
Nope.
that? Oh yeah, you think it's ending, until she
No,
home by
throw it-
herself,
mean-
sipping on that white
I'm
Zinfandel.
I'm not accepting any gifts.
Let me
I
text
don't
you.
want anything. I'm done.
I'm accepting
on
the
some
flowers.
shots
We've
of
already
tequila.
You would
discussed.
absolutely accept the flowers. We're
I'm
not
not
gonna send them
waiting.
back.
I'm discussing. I'm
So
keeping
I'll
them.
give them to somebody.
I
Like,
don't
if
care.
I'm
They didn't
really
come back to
dead
me.
hard on I don't want this,
I
and I'm
don't
done.
care. They didn't
No.
come back to me.
Yeah.
So in my mind, you got the flowers and you like
Yeah,
them.
and you liked them.
And you liked it. I'm keeping them.
Yep.
The group.
And the woman who takes flowers from you,
It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
that's
Some sad
she
stuff.
likes you. That's that aggressive stud.
That's an
At
aggressive
work. That's what that is. That's what that is at work. You about to have a girlfriend now.
Well,
The way the world going, I just might.
oh wow. Whoa! Wait a minute.
Come on out, Nick.
Come on through.
Come on out.
There's some
if you
people
want to.
listening that will hit you up.
You trying to take the show to
Hit
the
my
next
inbox.
level?
Oh, she says inboxer.
Okay.
At this point,
At this point, all right. We have a comment from a great philosopher.
Wow.
Well, I can't skip over that, Neat. We got to go back.
We'll unpack that another time.
gonna
Yeah,
another
another
time.
time. Another time.
Yeah. Right after Valentine's Day.
My,
too.
my Valentine's Day wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad, no. I want to switch.
no, I loved Valentine's Day. It was cool.
Okay.
Just at this point,
All right, Nick.
You willing to go down that street?
Nope.
Go play for the other team?
Nope.
yeah. I'll just be a pillow princess though.
This is great. It's gold.
What is a pillow princess? I've never
Yeah,
heard
a
that
pillow
statement.
princess. We had to talk about that.
Yeah,
Okay, let's
another
do
day.
that
Another day.
another day.
Off
Okay.
here. It's not PG.
The great philosopher, Be Easy, chimed in
Oh, it's always good to hear from him.
of the DJ Blaze radio
Always.
show. I got to see what she looked like. Could be some capping going on.
You don't want to get caught out here in the world of cap. I'll tell you that right now.
Who else we got out here? Ashley. Yeah, he's talking to multiple women.
Yeah.
And the women he know gonna have sex, or that he really wants to come through at the last minute. So he ghosted her. Explains later, thinking that she will feel like in order to keep him interested, she should have sex, which is probably all he actually wants. I don't think he was thinking that far ahead. He was just trying to keep her on the team.
I think he just wanted to make sure she was going to continue to be an option.
Oh yeah, he wanted to keep her on the team. That's all that was.
He'll wear, and he'll wear her down if she stays there. That's why
Yeah.
she got to go.
If she
Yes.
accepts this, it's gonna be a lot more that comes with that.
Really?
He's gonna disappoint her a lot. Yeah. If he knows that this disappointment was overlooked and you kept going with it,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a lot more.
It kind of sets the tone.
What?
Oh my.
The amount of nonsense women put up with. You're gonna cancel this guy for canceling a date and wanting more from you.
You gotta start with a.
It's
Yeah.
women who
Usually men start off strong and then we start to, you start to mess up and we start to tolerate that. But other than that, at the beginning, very beginning, we can see where you're really ain't about nothing. You're trash. We're gonna move forward.
no, you don't move forward with your baby father who is trash. Who the
He wasn't
guy
trash to
the
start
guy
with,
you've been
though.
dating in high school. You done put up with all sorts of garbage from him, and I cancel one date and I'm out. Come
Yep.
on,
The first
the
date.
system is flawed.
Oh wow. The system is flawed.
The system is flawed.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Well, I guess that would bring us to a question that the listener posed.
Okay.
Is this what dating has come to?
Is this what dating has come to?
Or
That you have to expect.
Yes, in her life it has, because she has poor standards
Wow.
and practices.
Wait a damn minute.
Yes, this is what it's come to,
Why do you say that?
because she's this singular act or non-act defines who this man is, and that's not fair.
Oh my God.
We have to give people the benefit of the doubt. It's like we have to give women the benefit of the doubt, other people the benefit of the doubt. If you have no reason to say this man's a liar, why should you treat him like a liar?
Well, she's not saying he's a liar.
Yes, she
She's
is.
just
She's
saying
saying-
that he ghosted her.
He didn't
Which
ghost her.
Yes, he did.
At what point did he ghost her?
When he stopped responding to her text message
He ghosted her for some hours to go to sleep.
and then text her at 1 a.m.
That's when he woke up.
Oh, wow.
I can't text you in my sleep.
How you know he went to sleep?
How you know he didn't? So we're both right. We're 50-50.
No, we could both be wrong.
we could both.
So
be
he
wrong.
died? Like, what happened? He could either be...
For me to have gotten dressed, put my makeup on, and ready to
Yes,
walk out the door,
it's
you better have
inconvenient.
died.
It's inconvenient. It's very inconvenient, but no, it's not fair at all.
Okay.
Nope, nobody disagrees.
I disagree, CL, but sometimes just listening to some of your
So what do you?
Wisdom?
I mean, what are your thoughts? G?
Wisdom is that what you call it? Huh?
So G, what are your thoughts on what he said?
I'm just gonna go with the listener's actual question
Okay.
because I don't think she's canceled. Her standards are doing that. I think the question about dating has changed. And I think y'all alluded to the texting and being able to not have real meaningful conversations. So a lot of times, if you text all day, all night, whatever, it's way different sitting across from somebody at a restaurant. And so what I find is that people want to do a lot of dating that doesn't require constant communication. Mm-hmm. So that they go on dates that don't require that. And so now you can't cop out at the movie for 2 hours.
Can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't, so a lot of stuff that you were able to do before you're
not able to.
You're not able to do. So you actually have to spend time and talk and actually date. And that, that's different from texting all day. So I could see where we have come to a different place when it comes to actual dating.
So,
do you think it's something that we need? Is this here to stay, or is it something that we might need to get back to?
We need to go back.
Yeah, I think we need to go back.
But I mean, are we?
I thought it was up to the individual.
I mean, it is.
Yeah.
I mean,
it
really is.
It's where your standards are set
Like
at.
this society person people keep talking about. I don't know who they are.
Yeah, 'cause, like,
You don't.
if you let a person know, like, I don't like texting, you could call me, you could talk to me, then we can have a conversation from there. You kind of set the tone yourself of how everything is going to go. But if you accept someone just constantly texting you and y'all having a conversation through text, that's what's going to
Well,
happen.
if you never text back, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
This is true. Then they may think you're uninterested.
And I have a question. It doesn't matter. I'm not interested in texting. That doesn't mean I don't like you. I'm just not interested in texting you.
Yeah.
Then
And
you better
that's-
answer the phone.
That's fair.
It has weirded me out when a guy calls first.
Really?
When he
I
calls
love
first.
that.
Wow.
Because, I like it. It just throws me off sometimes when people call.
It's good to get thrown off.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
positive too because it makes you want
Now-
curious.
I'm gonna tell you what you don't do.
What's that?
Don't FaceTime. Don't
I hate
FaceTime first.
FaceTime.
Don't FaceTime first.
I hate that, but I know a lot of people like it.
I like it.
Really?
I hate FaceTiming.
No, I'm talking about like a random FaceTime, like just.
I
out of
just
the
don't
blue,
want to
just
FaceTime at all.
It depends on who. If the guy randomly FaceTimes me, if I like him, like I was eager to talk to him, yeah. But if it's somebody that just approached me and now you want to FaceTime me all the time, I've cut a guy off.
You'll cut a guy off for.
Yeah, I've cut a guy off because he kept FaceTiming me and I let him know.
Okay, but
I don't like
Okay,
that.
the question is, you let him know. How did
Yeah.
you let him know?
When we actually talk, I say, hey, I don't like, just people just popping up. If I don't know you like that, I'm still getting to know you. So right now, don't
Nick,
FaceTime me.
That's two different messages.
How?
You said I don't know you. So you're saying if you know me, it's okay?
Yeah.
So then the first statement you made, I don't like to be FaceTime, isn't true.
I didn't say I don't like to be FaceTime.
What'd you just say?
I said I like FaceTime. It just depends on who is FaceTiming me. If I just met you, I don't want you just popping up.
See, I think FaceTiming is just so invasive. So
It's very invasive.
So for me, I don't like it because I think it's just too close to like video sex or something.
Yeah.
I think once you FaceTime all the time, the next thing you're gonna do is like be FaceTiming in the bathroom and stuff. That's just too much.
It's going to get inappropriate.
There's no way to stop it. You've been videoing all day. You're going to go get in the shower, and then the person's going to say something creepy. It's just I'd rather not.
Especially if you're in the bathroom and you
Yeah.
FaceTime?
I just think about.
Yeah, I'm not
I
gonna
don't
do
know.
that.
I don't know how to exit. So maybe it's just because I don't. I'm like 0 to 100, so I don't. I just rather not. Unless you want to show me something.
Oh, so we're showing things.
No, not that. Like show me something. I'm looking for a car. FaceTiming from a car dealership. I'm cooking. Something like that. But
So appropriate FaceTime.
Yeah.
Which all this comes back to is communication.
yeah, it's communicating. So here we are.
CL had a question,
Ew.
and it just kept going
Said
bypassed.
you?
It kept
Wow.
getting bypassed. Go ahead, CL. What was your question?
About
Oh, see.
No, you were saying I got a question, and then we get into something else. And
I
got a
did,
question.
but I had a question about what Nick said.
Okay.
Then I stated the question.
Okay.
Now I can make up a question for the sake of it. people have changed their dating. People have changed their dating stances based upon what they see or what their own personal constitution is. Because I advise men to have a personal constitution.
That's good advice.
Yeah. So I have some rules. I don't care what happens. I'm not doing that. So if you're always waiting to see the next wave of what society brings to you, your dating standards are always going to shift and change. Some you should apply.
Right.
Some you shouldn't. So it seems to be that women are dictating this stuff. Because I've literally seen women give men the worst advice about dating them. Like,
Yeah.
why would you listen to her?
Right. And a lot
Why
of
would you
times-
listen to her? Because you want to have sex with her? Don't listen to her. You can still have sex with her. Unless she
I think
says
men
no.
are in charge of
That's
that, though.
just
Unless she says no.
Unless she says no.
If she says no, then
It's only
that's it.
consensual.
Yeah.
I think men are in charge of that. Though.
Of what?
No.
Yeah.
No,
Of
we
what?
are not. No, men
Of
are
the
not.
whole how we look at dating from society's standards, I really think men are in control of that.
Okay.
I think
based
men
on
have
what?
gotten away with doing the minimum, and so
Yeah.
women kind of control that.
because
part of it.
women require the
less
minimum.
and less, yeah. They've
And I got it. No, you don't got nothing. You do not want to take out this trash. You look dumb. You look dumb taking out the trash. Just let me take out the trash. Why are we
The bar
why
is
are we
definitely
debating
so low.
taking out the trash?
chivalry is important. It's not dead.
If you kill it, but if you don't,
If you kill it,
if
so
you kill it,
But if
the
but I
guy I
think,
dated the longest, he started opening the car. He opens the car door for me every time
from the beginning,
from the very beginning.
so it's not Yusuf. Okay, go ahead.
So I had to get used to that. You know, staying in the car
Why would you get used to that?
because I had not. I mean, I know he
Never-
will open the door for me, but I've never stayed in the car until he comes around the car to let me in.
And it's different,
But-
isn't
but
it?
he's
That's
al-
different. It's
but he-
amazing though because now I'm expecting that.
But he's also teaching you patience.
Yes, and he knows I take a long time to get out the car.
It's like wax on, wax off. Really?
Sure.
That's what it is.
But that was, so that was something that was when I was waiting out. If I'm coming out the house and I'm taking a long time, he'll still be standing at the door to let me in my side.
He should.
But that is something that I had to get used to.
Yes,
because
but
I
you
had
can also
been-
you can also go a little faster too.
you go, yeah.
Okay,
No, I know that
Okay.
it made me conscious of like hurrying
Okay.
up too. But what I'm saying is, based on what I had experienced 30 years prior to that,
Didn't-
where I just got out the car myself and it was fine. I mean, or people opened the door for me, they were decent,
Is
they were
it fine?
kind. I was okay with it.
It's no until you got better.
So I learned.
So you're not
better.
going back now.
I'm not going back.
Okay.
Now I'm just sitting in and going this. Now I'm just sitting in the car.
And he's like, okay, you getting out?
Take a hint.
Exactly.
Now
Unless,
earlier,
unless it's hot.
Huh?
Oh,
Then
yeah.
I get really frustrated if it's hot. I need them to hurry up and like pick it up.
Get it.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
haven't had to experience that yet, but we'll see.
Okay. You said.
oh, I was saying that earlier me, like you'd have just been in the car.
Oh, you gonna sit in the car? Oh, I wait for you. You gotta make a call?
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. Like I probably like earlier, like when we first started the show, I probably wouldn't even notice she was still in the car till I got to the door. Like, I'd be
You
like,
said.
Thank you.
oh
Sia.
damn! Well, at least a couple cars down. I'd be
Wow.
like, I ain't hear the other door close.
Now, why is that?
But that would be, I would say, mainly because I never saw that. Like I never saw it as a thing to do.
But half the shenanigans you have, you didn't see.
No.
You did that on your own.
Yes, but I feel like I think if I had seen certain things, certain behaviors, you would see often. I think you're more inclined to do.
Some stuff
Rather
you
than-
do, you've never seen your mother, father, grandfather, or nobody else do. This you doing it all on your own.
And you're right.
So
And
you can't.
I never thought.
How can you go back and forth?
I'm just saying, for me, in that sense, I never seen that as a thing to do. She got hands and arms and feet. And
Well,
she
that
can get
is
in
that
and out
is
the
that
car
because you don't
herself.
cherish the person?
I don't.
I'm just
That's a
asking.
fair question.
I'm
No,
asking.
it's a fair question, but I never treated anybody like.
You never treat them disrespectfully
I never was-
to the point where you
no.
felt
That
like
is
you gotta open.
that is disrespectful.
I just never saw that as an issue to me.
Yes, but
But it was never brought
Until-
to your attention either.
And then it was never
well,
brought
first
to
of
my
all,
attention.
It's still
So,
not an issue to you because she brings it to your attention.
I
Yeah,
would
'cause if
do
we
it.
go back then, even you said then that if
I
she
would-
asked you, it was just, no, I'm not doing it. It's something
Yeah,
I just don't do.
And that will be held against you.
Yeah.
And it has, and I'm assuming that has been that nobody has said anything about it, but
and that's
in the past.
See,
I do it now.
what you want to do with women is always build value.
And I understand that.
And men are constantly having to build value. Even if you are valuable, like I'm pretty sure, I like Jay-Z, so I'll say Jay-Z. Beyonce wants Jay-Z to open the door, not the butler, not the chauffeur. I want you to come open the door.
Right.
So there's a difference between a paid employee opening the door and my man opening the door.
And I agree with you today. I did
It's
not
growth.
believe that before.
I like it. It's
I
growth.
didn't believe it before. Now
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I'm
You
good with
didn't-
it.
Maybe you didn't cherish.
I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
I wouldn't
He
say
said,
that.
Because I
I'm
don't
not
want it to
gonna
go
say
out to
that.
any.
No, I
particular
wouldn't say.
individual, but-
Well, a part of it is
He's gonna do it. Go
You
ahead.
got it.
No,
You're gonna do good.
no. A part of it is early in dating. I lived in New York. Very few dates. I actually drove and had a car, or whatever.
You didn't have to.
So it was no ride the train, ride the bus. The doors open on their own. We get off. We go. You get a
You let
cab,
her
maybe.
walk onto the
Oh,
But there's
train first?
I'm just saying it's like a lot of that.
bedside manner of some sort,
There's some stuff that you.
even when you don't drive.
Yeah, it's just It really wasn't a thing to go.
You walk on the side of the sidewalk where the
I always
traffic is.
walked on the
her
outside of the
in the-
sidewalk because
Okay.
it's just something. That much I did, but
Okay.
some other stuff. I guess just you just don't.
But I can understand where you're coming from.
I think
'cause
it's just-
stuff like that. I didn't know either.
I didn't know until literally found the value in it until really sitting on the show and listening to conversation and then some things being pointed out to me by certain people.
Well, it's interesting because the guy I'm referencing that does that for me is the younger guy that I've dated for so long. So him being 6 years younger than me taught me that. And I've dated older, dated the same age and those things. So that's the reality of that. That just goes back to another show. But I was just saying that does make a difference. You can learn from different people at different stages. And so I think growth is valuable.
Yeah.
You know,
you gotta accept it too.
yeah,
gotta-
but my dad and my mom, he didn't do that for her.
He didn't.
He didn't go he's not going to get out of the car while driving and then go around to open her door. I didn't see that growing up. Everybody just got out the car,
You just get out the car.
you know, so that was something that was added. But then when my mom saw him doing it, she was like, oh,
Now,
yeah.
Well, now I don't know your parents,
Yeah.
but I would always think they would want better for you.
Yes, I
So
agree with
even
that.
if you didn't see it, they would. Your dad probably would expect a man to do that for you.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
So yeah. So
But that's interesting how that is. That's it, just wanting better, even though not modeled.
yes.
And you know they've been married 40 plus years, and he's he waits on her.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just not something that we saw.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So you gotta. I think that kind of helps you keep relationships alive too. It's not the big grand gestures because you only
Right.
get a few big grand gestures. You don't buy a house every month
Right.
yeah.
or a car.
You don't
or a
propose but
ring,
once, ideally.
Once.
Yeah.
So it's all the little things that become cumulative. Is this the right word?
Cumulative.
Cumulative.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Okay,
And I,
we'll move on.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
We'll move on.
Yeah, I chopped that one up a little bit.
Just a little bit.
But those things add up, and that's how. Just shout out to all my guys out there.
Shouts out to the
Yeah,
homies.
listen, that's why
the little things.
if you do the little things, they can't have a clean break from you. You can always send that risky text on her birthday, like,
You know, just want to
Think
tell you
about
happy
you.
birthday.
and she gonna remember those little things. And
Jeez. See, I don't give them the
you
code.
could be back in there, brother.
Nope.
You
Nope.
could. Yes, you
could.
could. Yes,
You could.
What happens when the risky texts come in the reverse order?
From the woman.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate big head.
Oh, you hate it?
No, I hate big head.
Oh.
I don't say hey big head. It's just a variation of what that
Yes,
means.
yes, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't actually use that term. Okay. Got
Yeah.
it.
So what happens when it comes in the reverse? Like, how do you?
Sometimes it doesn't have to be risky. You're just setting it up.
No, like
Yeah.
when you like in this sense where you've broken up with the person
She,
and you send that, and since you've been doing all this work and you've built all this collateral, built up this equity, and then you break up with her or hurt her or whatever.
she want to see if she still got it. She can still get your
Yeah,
attention.
she might be like, what's up with that top and bottom?
Okay.
Whoa,
Wow.
top and bottom.
Top and bottom. Wow.
Top
That'll
and
get somebody to
bottom.
respond.
And they will respond, but you should respond. I'm blessed and highly favored.
If you get y'all, if y'all use that, you got it from me, and
Yeah.
it works.
I just got I got an odd text the other day, and I didn't know how to
Did you?
respond.
What
You
did it
not, you
say?
did not, did you not
Care to
respond?
share?
What did it say?
It was very straightforward.
Oh, that they wanted to bounce on it?
Be careful.
No, no, I can't.
I'm sorry.
That's worse than see what I said. Could
I am
be
so sorry.
Wow.
It was just from someone from
bounce on it. Oh.
someone from the past. Yeah, so didn't know how to handle it. Still haven't answered that particular text.
okay.
so
Then,
that's-
And
it's,
it's like-
then that
if
ship
it's
is sailed.
that-
It's like 2 weeks later. and
Yeah,
I
that
still
ship
haven't
is
answered.
sailed. If you did,
Yeah.
if I said something like that might have been a little risky, and then I don't get a response, then just
Oh no. I'm
And
fine with that ship sailing.
Oh,
I'm,
okay,
I'm fine where I am.
yeah.
But you have to be careful with the woman text to the man.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you respond, they don't respond back.
You just want to see if you can. We want to see if you respond.
Yeah, it was like, still got
Just
it.
making sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Little
wanna
heat
see if I
check,
can
little
get
temperature check. Like, okay.
see if I still got.
Yeah, he's still there.
Yeah, you know.
If I want him.
If I wanted him, I can still have him.
You know what? I got an
Now I'm
interesting.
feeling guilty about my Valentine's Day flowers.
Oh, wow.
Wow. That's what I want to go back to the whole Valentine's Day. Yeah, I thought I was asked. The guy asked me to be his Valentine. I said, sure. I don't have anything else to do. So he was like, okay, cool. So I asked him what's next. He was like, with the pandemic, I don't know. I may just have to Cash App you.
Hey, that worked.
Does it?
So
For
I
me.
said, okay. So he was like, well, would you like to come to Columbia? Now I got to
Real specific,
drive?
Nick.
No, like I got to drive.
Sure, just be careful. It is recorded.
No. Yeah. I'm actually
So-
trying to go back to
Yeah.
the text.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, because let's see here. Yeah, he said, well, as crazy as 2021's been, it may just come with me Cash Apping you. Are you willing to come to Columbia? I'll take care of all the expenses.
Okay.
So I asked what day. He said, whatever day is good for you. I said, okay. He said, what day are you thinking of? Not sure. Just didn't answer after that.
Who you didn't?
Yeah.
Now, go further to prove my point.
Okay.
This is why you don't text.
I'm still trying to get Cash App, so I missed the whole. I'm still wondering what's wrong with Nick on this. I mean, you had a free Cash App.
He never sent it. He could have at any moment.
No. You didn't act like you wanted it. I'm just saying.
How was
you
I
gotta,
supposed to act?
You supposed to act
You
like
gotta
you
be
want
with
the
a
Cash
baby
App.
or
I'm trying to
something.
be where the money resides. All 2021. So I mean,
She didn't do
No,
what she
I
you're
think
off.
needed.
You're
I think-
off the mission, Nick.
No, I think when he said that, because he double texted back and was like, "Are you willing to come to Columbia?" I think he wanted to move that away, like he didn't want to Cash App me. So it was
No, he said he'll take care of all the expenses.
Well, that's two separate transactions.
That might be gas.
taking care of all the expenses mean
Cash App and
I
me
can stay at
coming.
his place,
Or hotel.
yeah, or a hotel.
You didn't specify.
You didn't try to find out, and so I have to
Nah.
give it to CL on that because that is where he talked about the woman dictating that part because you didn't try to get specific.
And then
No.
And so in that aspect, yeah, I do. If I offer you potato chips and dip as a gourmet dinner, and you're okay with potato chips and dip for a candlelight dinner, then the women dictates that.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that.
So
So
you're going to go with the chips and dip.
less work I got to
If
do.
you a chip and dip kind of guy, yeah.
Yeah, less work I got to do. I open the bag, warm the cheese up. So I mean, I'm just saying. This
Oh,
is
you
like,
got warm cheese.
yeah, warm
Warm cheese.
cheese. No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
The thing about it is, and so that goes back to the point of the women control are in
They do.
control of
I'm with
what happens.
CL's correct on that.
Thank you.
So that would be 2 points. I agree with him.
Yeah.
That'd be 2 points.
Maybe 3.
Two.
Yeah. So,
Oh, 3.
Maybe.
Oh,
I don't know overall.
Through a whole show?
We'll
3?
see. We'll listen.
yeah.
We'll see.
All right. Sure.
Ooh, so we're going to wrap it up. Thank you all for listening to this week's show. It's your girl, Neat Cruz.
It's G.
CL Butler.
And your boy Youssef, and we are out.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Relationship Status. Remember, you can catch us on relationshipstatuspodcast.com, iTunes, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music, Nobody Grinds Like Us, and anywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts. If you would like to join the conversation or leave us a dear nick, email us at relstatpodcast@gmail.com or call us at 843-310-8637. Follow us on Facebook at Relationship Status Podcast, on Instagram and Twitter at RELSTAT Podcast. And don't forget to comment, share, 5-star rate, subscribe, and review.